This Airsoft GI-TV episode is brought to you in part by G&G Armament, Echo One USA, and TSD Airsoft. What's up, GI-TV? My name is Tim, and I've had a revelation recently. Tell me if you agree. Madbull is to Airsoft what Magpul is to the real AR world, because Madbull makes every freaking thing under the sun. You name it, Madbull probably makes it, and that's going to be the subject of today's video. We have built a custom Madbull gun. Just about everything on this gun that can be Madbull is Madbull. So, let's go over it and we're going to talk about why they're important. Madbull makes a lot of different type of flash hiders. We have the DNTC flash hider built on this thing. The cool thing about Madbull products, especially ones that they replicate from the real gun world, is that they do it to the T. Okay, a lot of times, especially on this product, Madbull will forego putting their logo on something for the sake of authenticity. So this DNTC flash hider has the DNTC logo on it. Okay, nowhere on this thing will you find Madbull. Now the DNTC flash hider is really cool because it really does a good job of routing the gas that's following the bullet, had you be shooting a real AR, up and back to control the muzzle climb on the gun. And I actually have a buddy that has a DNTC flash hider on his real AR, and it really does a good job of that. And Madbull has done a really good job of replicating that for the airsoft world. So although there is no gas following the BB in your airsoft gun, it does do some justice to the authenticity. Props to Madbull for that. This flash hider is attached to a Madbull one-piece metal barrel. Now, most of the time, your M4s will already have a one-piece metal barrel attached to it because the quality of airsoft guns have gotten a lot better since I started airsofting. But back in the day, most M4s were multi-piece barrels. If you have one of those older guns, you would do a really good job of eliminating the barrel wall and adding a lot of rigidity and authenticity to your gun by replacing it with a Madbull one-piece metal barrel system. This thing is solid. It's very firmly attached to the gun. It doesn't wobble at all. Around it is a Noveske 10-inch rail system. Now, Madbull makes a wide array of rail systems. We've chosen this one because we wanted to go with a mid-length look, and we wanted to match the rail system with the Noveske upper receiver. So we've got Noveske all over this thing. Underneath this rail system that you probably can't see yet is a Daniel Defense low-profile gas block and an imitation gas tube. This low-profile gas block is made specifically for this purpose, okay, for guns that want, or for people that want a mid-length rail on their gun, but they don't want to have to rechange the gas system or everything like that. So we still have the carbine gas system in here with a mid-length rail, and I think it looks pretty classy underneath there. It's kind of sleek and sexy. Like I said, this is an Noveske upper receiver, also made by Madbull. It's a really solid piece. It was billet. It's a billet receiver, which means it was one piece of aluminum that they milled out, probably with a CNC machine or programmer. So it's pretty solid, and it looks really nice, and it fits really well with this billet lower receiver. This is actually a different lower. It's not really made to match, but it fits together really well. That's why our text put it there. This is a Madbull JP lower receiver. JP is like a competition shooting company. They make really accurate guns, and this is one of the lower receivers that they make, and again, Madbull have done a great job replicating it for the airsoft world. It's really beefy. It's got some lines on it that you don't normally see on ARs, so that's why we threw it on here. These flip sights are actually not made by Madbull, but this charging handle, tactical charging handle latch is. It's kind of cool too. Normally, you'd have to pull your charging handle back like this if you're right-handed, but this is kind of like an ambidextrous charging handle latch. You can push down on it here and pull it with your right hand, or there's a huge hook for the latch over here on the left side that you can do this with. Okay, so it makes pulling the charging handle back a little bit more fun, and again, it's just one of those things that add a little bit of authenticity because some AR guys do this to their guns to make loading it much easier. Now inside this gun that you can't see, let me see if I can open this up right here, is Madbull's ultimate hop-up. Okay, it's a one-piece metal hop-up. It's a little different than you normally see on M4 hop-ups because it has a really big wheel to adjust the hop-up. Additionally, you can have an LED like addition put onto it for tracer. It's probably a really good LED system. It's much easier to do that. Attach the LEDs to your hop-up. That way the BB is already glowing before it exits the barrel because you don't get that muzzle flash with your tracer unit. But then again, if you like the tracer unit, so be it. Also inside this gun is a Madbull tight bore barrel. It's a 6.03mm M4 barrel. Madbull makes 603 barrels and 601 barrels, and they make them for every gun. Chances are, if you have an airsoft gun you have a Madbull upgrade option as an inner barrel, either 601 or 603. And Madbull have been making pretty good barrels. They've been making them for a long time. One of my very first upgrades for one of my first airsoft guns was a Madbull Type 1 barrel, and it's still in there today. Now, we are going to go shoot this gun because we are going to have it for sale. It is a custom gun, but before I do, I need to show you the upper receiver. Because these Noveske upper receivers are sold individually, you can build a bunch of different uppers for the different guns you have, and you can swap them out really quickly. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And it's easy as that. Look, I basically have a brand new gun. Again, this upper receiver is completely made by Madbull. It's the same Noveske upper with a 12-inch Noveske rail system this time. We have a Noveske gas block that matches instead of the Daniel Defense this time. And as you can see, I have a longer gas system because this is an adjustable gas block. Pretty cool setup. Again, it doesn't look anything like the old one, even though it's the same gun, basically. That's the cool thing about having upper receivers that fit to a whole bunch of different lowers, because you can potentially have up to 2, 3, 4, 5 gun setups with the same lower, and no one will look alike. Even if you stay within the Madbull spectrum of upgrade parts only, they make Noveske receivers, Noveske rail systems, Daniel Defense rail systems. Madbull makes it all. Now, before we go and chrono this thing, let's take a closer look at some of these awesome Madbull accessories. What's up, GITV? This is just a quick reminder to always have fun when you're playing airsoft, but be safe, use common sense, and always follow the law. Don't take your airsoft guns out in public, especially not to school. You don't want to be the one that gets airsoft banned for everybody now, do you? I decided that the two-tone wasn't really doing it for me, so I switched the uppers back to the all-black one. One piece that I forgot to mention that's in here is the Madbull Blue Hopper Bucking. The Madbull Blue Hopper Bucking is a favorite amongst our techs, okay? They've done lots of experiments with different hopper buckings and barrels and hop-ups and whatnot, and they found that the Madbull Blue universally fits a lot of guns and typically seals really well with the hop-up and barrel. So in some cases you get an increase in FPS if you change your stock hopper bucking to a blue hopper bucking because it seals so well with the other components. So that, combined with the JG130 gearbox that's in here, should mean we should be anywhere around 400 to 450 FPS. Let's find out. Looking at a real consistent 390 to 400 FPS out of the Madbull custom gun. This gun will be for sale on Airsoft GI in the near future. Don't know what it's going to be priced at yet, but obviously you'll see it when it's on the website. But all of these accessories, internal and external, are available already individually. So if you're thinking on building yourself a cool looking and performing gun, Madbull is definitely the way to go. Now I know this is an AR platform and a lot of you don't like AR platforms, but Madbull does make a lot of things for different model guns. So go to Airsoft GI and check out our Madbull catalog. You won't be disappointed. I'm Tim from Airsoft GI, and I'll see you later. Airsoft GI TV is brought to you in part by Sistema, Madbull Airsoft, and JBU Airsoft.